the Olympic Training Center here in Papendal, the Netherlands played host to round 5 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour.
I think it's great to have a World Cup here in Papendal. It's 20 minutes from my home. The weather's meant to be really good for the next 2 days too. I heard that almost all tickets are sold out, so it's going to be a great event.
This marks the 8th year in a row that the tour has visited the popular sports center here in Arnhem and is regarded as one of the biggest tracks on the circuit.
The crowd is amazing here. All the people, all the kids look forward to watch the pros and stuff like this, so it's always amazing to be able to ride in Europe and in front of my home country in Paris, but also in Europe here in Netherlands.
I've had a couple of good races here back home. This is where I won my first World Cup ever. When you have the crowd behind you, it definitely helps. I think it definitely gives you a bit of an adrenaline boost, maybe some extra confidence while you're on the gate.
World champion Nick Kieman took his favorite lane 8, sitting on the outside of the track looking in.
Your 2015 world champion, he's getting the crowd up and pumped.
So many people you know are watching. You know, the Dutch people want to see us do well, so it's an advantage, but it also brings a bit more pressure.
On the 1:00, took a second place both days in Paris, Roman Mayeux.
If I can get a spot on, I will. Just try to be in the main every time and every race.
Your reigning World Cup champion, Sylvain Andre. The guys are lined up.
Kieman pulled hard from lane 8, once again taking the whole shot into turn 1 with Andre on his back wheel. Romain Mathieu stayed close to the action and raced Andre into the second straight.
Roman Mayeux's in there in 3, that looks like Komarov going through in 4, Torres is in there in 5, Marquardt's in there in 6, but Nick Kieman giving the crowd what they want.
Simon Marquardt took Komarov on the third burn, but it was Torres who got the last qualifying spot behind Kieman, Andre and Mathieu.
We still have one more semifinal to go. As we're back on the gate, lane 8, Carlos Oquendo. Next to him is Connor Fields, just getting through that quarterfinal. Anthony Dean, number 44 from Australia.
The hardest thing is just getting back into it. Been a hard few rounds, but slowly starting to feel good and back to myself.
And Joris Daudet, he is the current World Cup standings leader.
You have to really try to not do any mistake on the track because everyone is so fast. So it's very important to stay focused all day long and try to do your best every lap.
As we line up, heat number 2, Elite Men's semifinal.
Joris Daudet got the best gate in Semi 2, followed by Australia's Anthony Dean. Connor Fields got pushed up wide on the second turn by Dave Vanderberg, forcing him to the back of the line. Vanderberg then lost his own pace, leaving space for Carlos Ramirez and Jeremy Rancurl, who then crashed out on the third straight.
Daudet taking it, he's looking, oh, somebody's got it completely wrong and blown up down that third straight.
David Graff made it back up into 4th, with Daudet and Dean holding on to 1st and 2nd and Carlos Ramirez in 3rd. As the sun started setting towards the back of the track, all eyes were on the elite women's main event.
The best women of the day. Lane 8, Yaroslava Bondarenko from Russia. Saya Sakakibara, she'll be next to the Russian. Next to her, but probably one of the toughest competitors you'll ever meet, Mariana Pahone.
The day been really amazing for me. I'm really happy that I'm racing again. I'm feeling better. Mariana is coming.
Elise Willoughby, your current world champion. She's from the USA. Coming out of lane 1, your Dutch national elite women's champion, Laura Smoulders.
Well, of course I hear it when I'm on the gate and they announce your name and the crowd goes crazy. I definitely hear that, and I just try to use it as positive energy, and I just really enjoy that they're enjoying their time here.
These women are ready to roll as we get ready for the Elite Women Final. waiting for the call.
Pahone got a bad gate and cased the first jump, putting her out of qualifying position. Elise Willoughby got a good start, but couldn't match the local knowledge of Laura Smoulders, who took a strong lead.
Sakaki Barra finds herself in fourth, but Afromova in a strong third place right now as Smoulders is running away with it with Willoughby in tow.
Bondarenko had the rhythm section dialed and overtook her teammate Natalia Afromova. Pahone made up some places going on the inside of the final berm, but couldn't catch the leaders. Laura Smoulders took her fifth win in Papendal, leaving second and third to a photo finish. Willoughby managed to squeak through with a close second, while Bondarenko was third.
For a World Cup, this is the most exciting race for me. I really want to do good in front of the Dutch crowd. Going on to the last straight and hearing them and then crossing the finish line first is the best feeling. Elise had a little bit a better gate than I had. They had a good first straight, a little bit like a drag race.
She obviously has this track dialed top to bottom, and it's going to be hard to beat. You're going to have to run a perfect lap. I cased that triple pretty hard into turn one today.
So it was a close race until the first turn, and then from there I had more speed and kept it good around the track. Well, only on the last straight I hear the crowd. Going around the last turn and then going on to the last straight, you definitely hear them, yeah. Crossing the finish line first in front of the Dutch crowd is really cool.
I crashed in practice today, didn't get off on the right note. So just to come back from that and stay in the right headspace, hopefully kick tomorrow off on a little bit lighter note.
So there's your start list. Nick Kimmon, David Graff, Carlos Ramirez, Ezequiel Torres, Roman Mayu, Anthony Dean, Sylvain Andre, and Joris Dode. In gate number 8, can he bring the storm? The 2015 world champion from the Netherlands, Nick Kimmon.
I can only control what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna focus on myself, try to do the best I can. Try not to think too much about the people who are watching. It's just a bike race like I've been doing my whole life.
Lane number 4 on the 100, double podium maker at the first 2 rounds in Paris, Roman Mayu.
I won all my laps on that, and I'm excited to keep the third place in the ranking.
Lane 3 on the 44 plate from Australia, Anthony Dean. Lane number 2 on the 2 plate, your reigning World Cup champion from France, Sylvain Andre. And in lane number 1, the series leader with the red number plate on his bike, reading number 33, Joris Dode.
I'm always motivated, to be on top of the step, and always motivated to be riding at my highest level. So I train for that, and I love it.
The final of the afternoon, the elite men lining up, ready to go.
The pressure seemed too much for Torres and Ramirez, who crashed out on the first straight.
Rider's gone down, but look at Nick Kimmon from gate number 8. Is history about to repeat itself?
Kimmon quickly raced into the lead, putting some good distance between himself and the French riders.
Nick Kimmon just having a scorcher of a day. Dode trying to make up some ground on him.
Dode made up some valuable space on the final straight, but it was Kimmon who crossed the line in first, followed by Dode and Sylvain Andre in third.
When people that are close to you are here, you obviously want to do well, and it helps to have the crowd behind you, but it also brings a bit more pressure. Yeah, I'm really happy I took the win today. Joris and me are pretty similar riders, like maybe not the best first crank out of the gate, but when we're on top speed, we're going fast.
Messed up a little bit the gate and then touch with Sylvain in the first straight.
My first straights were really good. I felt like my acceleration and everything was good. I wasn't sure who was behind me. I just knew someone was pretty close. This last turn here is pretty tricky, it's a little rough. I was leading, so I had to ride a bit of a defensive line. You just know the guy in second is gonna come out of the turn with more speed. So then I was just focusing on myself, trying not to make any mistakes. I won by a couple inches, but that's enough.
I came by last straight, but it was not enough to take the win. So second place today. It's a little bit frustrating because I was feeling good today and I think I had it, but we'll be back tomorrow and try to get the win.
Laura Smoulders of the Netherlands continues to dominate the women's rankings with 3 out of 3 wins and a huge lead with 450 points. Sitting more than 100 points back, it's Australia's Saya Sakakabert in second with 335 and Russia's Yaroslava Bondarenko in third with 290.
I had picked this weekend to try and win both rounds again. I think I put more pressure on this race than any other race, well, except for Worlds, of course, because I really want to win that too.
With the win today, Nick Kieman jumps to the top of the men's rankings with 415 points. A pair of French riders are second and third, with Joris Daudet holding 395 points and Romain Mathieu with 360.
I just know this race is special. I think if you're a Dutchie, when you win in front of your own people, it just makes it that much better.
That's a wrap for round 3 of the 2018 UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour in Papendal, the Netherlands. Round 4 takes place on the same track, and with good weather on the forecast, we're looking forward to some more great racing action. See you then!
When is it a successful weekend? It will be a successful weekend if I do, but I'm not going to say it won't be a successful weekend if I don't win both rounds.